Welcome to the MailleWerX Chainmail livestream. My name's Sean. I run MailleWerX.com. Let me double check something here. That. Maybe not that. Okay. Sure, my volume's down on my phone. Alright, so apparently last night people were here and commenting, and I could not see their comments. So I don't know what was going on. No idea. Hopefully, we don't have that same problem tonight. Alright. I have in my Amazon cart right now, a bunch of like video production improvement stuff, right? We're gonna turn Frank on here and I'm just gonna chat for a while. It's a PTZ camera. It rotates and has zoom. I'm not worried about it rotating too much, but the zoom feature would be nice. It can attach to an overhead tripod deal, right? So I can kind of like center it here, zoom it in on my hands. I'm not worried too much about keeping my hands on screen, and then you guys should be able to see more closely what I'm working on, and just a nice feature, and for not a terrible price. Okay. No notifications saying I'm down. As stream quality is good. 10% drop frames, that's weird. Alright. We're back going again. Alright. Well, I don't know what that was about, but it was about something. So anyway, where was I? That is toast. Cameras. Cameras, lighting, and a green screen. I was looking up green screens right now before I came down. And that is going to be the start of everything I was talking about last night. You know, getting people on here and getting them interviewed and finding all about their craft, and screwed that up, didn't I? Wow. Usually this goes right back into shape. Nope, goes over there. There you go. There you go. Okay. Alright, so yeah. LED lights. Got those. Got a light for my face in there. I don't know if that's the one I want. I want to do a little bit more research on that. One of those, you know, cool ring lights that everybody uses to make their thirst trap videos on TikTok. One of those, and then what else? Hey Barb, hey Kevin. My trip was good. It was good. I got through it. It was a long drive, but it was worth it. So my dad, I think he's out of the hospital. I'm a terrible son. I haven't called to check and see if he's been discharged yet. So I don't actually know if he's out of the hospital, but I know that the plan was for him to be getting out of the hospital pretty soon. Right. So, and then he's got quite the recovery coming up these next couple of months. I'm hoping he heals up good. My dad is an avid mountain biker, right? And so he's a very active guy, and he loves to go and ride in the mountains. It's one of the big hobby in Idaho, especially in Boise, because there's a ton of trails in that area. I wouldn't quite call it a mountain biker's paradise, but it's real close. There's all kinds. You've never been to Boise, Idaho. There's all kinds of outdoor stuff to do. I grew up mountain biking and whitewater rafting, hiking, camping, being outside. You can go kayaking, you can get a cataract and do the whitewater that way. There's, you know, there's a reservoir with, you can take your motorboat, your speedboat out on and cruise around, go water skiing. There's McCall Lake, beautiful area. Actually, one of my friend's parents, I just found out, moved to Cascade. So there's a lake up there. I'm gonna go at some point and visit them. But yeah, my dad's a very active guy, and so not being able to breathe really is cramping his style. So I'm hoping over the next couple of months he'll make a full recovery and get back to doing his thing. So, and if you weren't here last night, I did talk to my brother today, and he is gonna send me out my battle axe and rapier blade and the blowgun. And I'm not really concerned about the blowgun or the battle axe, but the rapier blade was, it's not irreplaceable. I would like it back. Never did Idaho, but you did whitewater in North Carolina. Nice. I grew up whitewater rafting every summer, multiple times. My dad has at least two 16-foot rafts at, you know, any given time when I was growing up. So that was something he liked to take us and go do. And skiing was another big one. I'm a terrible skier, and I definitely can't snowboard. I'm far worse at snowboarding than I am skiing. So I'm not good at anything anymore. Right? The Army kind of took a lot of that out of me. Like, if I want to go hiking and spend a lot of time outside, not after the Army. No, not really. If I'm being honest. So, but I am trying to be more physically active lately. I haven't got back into it since I got back from my trip. I've just been kind of, first couple of days I've been recuperating, and then the last couple of days I've just been getting horrible sleep. Have I ever made any dragon scale? Yeah, I have. 20 gauge 1/8 and 20 gauge 3/16 stainless steel bottle wrap that I did on an antique bottle. Okay, so I was out visiting my friend Erin in Oregon, and I had delivered her shirt to her. And We went to Astoria, which is where the Goonies was filmed. And we went to an antique store and they had these two really cool bottles. And I wrapped one in dragon scale and the other one in elf weave. Would you like to see them? I can show you what I'm talking about. You know, one of the things I'm glad about finding a camera I'm satisfied with. How you doing, Alex? You love dragon scale? I love dragon scale too. Is it easy to connect the edges? Yeah, you have to go row by row, right? Doesn't matter which way you're going, or which way your weave is oriented. All right, I'll go grab that in a second. So I think that when I did this bottle wrap, I connected the edges together prior to placing it over the bottle. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let me go grab that real quick. It's right over here. I'm gonna grab the elf weave bottle too, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about for antique bottles. Very happy tonight after watching the latest episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I've heard some rumors about that one. Hang on just a second. Okay, let's turn Frank off real quick. So this, you can see it's antique bottle. I don't know, there's no maker's mark on it that I ever found, but I found two of them. And they kind of match. They're a little bit different, right? I don't know if they're like like they're not made by machine, they're manually produced. I don't know. So let's see if we can get Frank to close in on it. Kind of. Let's see it better this way. Right. This is one of the reasons why I have a camera in my Amazon cart right now. It's got a 10x zoom on it. Because Frank does not zoom very well. Right, you can kind of see the rings in there. Right? Kind of. And then here's the elf weave one. Right. Similar bottle. Is all 20 gauge 1/8. Let's see if the big camera. Come on, focus. You guys kind of see the elf weave? I'll pop the dragon scale one up here too. That is just too hard to see. All right. Sorry, my camera sucks. Turn that back off. Okay. Very happy. Okay. Discovered working with scales a few months ago, and you love it. Nice. Dude, dragon scale bracelets are your biggest sellers. Nice. Elf is a similar weave to dragon scale. No. Really cool. Looks great. Thank you. Those are some old projects. Those are some of, like, after I don't remember what year. Those are probably 10, 15 years old. Somewhere in there. 10, 12 years old maybe. Hey Rick, how you doing? Elf weave is similar to interwoven 4-in-1, Tiffany. I want to say there's one more like variation in there. I'm having a great night, Rick. How are you? All right. So hopefully next time I pull up a project from the shelf, I will have a camera capable of showing you what it actually looks like. Because those, I mean, those look awesome in person. Doing okay? Glad January's over? I'm glad January's over too. I am not a fan of winter months. We got snow this morning. I was up at 5:30 shoveling snow. Not a lot, so I can't complain too much, but I don't want to shovel snow at all. Ever. You know? Means we're that much closer to thawing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready for that. We were supposed to get 5 to 7 inches of snow, but ended up with like 1. Hey, I'm not complaining. I am not, you know, not complaining at all. It's officially cold here in the land of Texas. What is the temperature in Texas, Kevin? About to get some tomorrow. Not sure how much. Ugh. I mean, you never really know how much, right? I remember, okay, so I probably told this story before, but I remember the first time I came up to Wisconsin, I had my first snowfall in November. I was at a patient's house doing pediatric ventilators pediatric ventilator patients at the time, and so I was at the house for like 8 hours straight, and from 9 o'clock in the morning to no, I was at the house for 12 hours. So from 9 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock when I left, right, because I got in there at 7 in the morning. It snowed 14 inches, right, before I left. It was still snowing when I left to go home, right? I have a rear-wheel drive truck. I'd been in Texas for the last 6 years. I hadn't driven in the snow in, since 2004, right? And this was 2015, so I haven't driven in the snow in 11 years. Yeah, I was appalled and disgusted at the amount of snow. Okay, so it's 30 degrees in Texas. I know Barb's up in Canada. She's frozen solid. It's currently 16 degrees here. 5 to 8 inches. Barb would have taken. Oh, if you want badly enough, Rick, you can have some of your snow. Yeah. Would have taken it is actually for 7 inches. Bummed you didn't get it. Yeah, I'm 100% okay with not having gotten much snow. I don't want to say that too loud because, you know, the instant you say something like that out loud, boom, 3 feet of snow like that. I can't say too much because last year I had snow piles from the plows in front of my house that were taller than I was, right? And I did not quite have a large enough snowblower at the time to handle that much snow. Right now we're having about 6 feet and it's a balmy -26. -26 Celsius or Fahrenheit? Because I know that that makes a difference. And then, like, I guess -40 in Celsius is the same as -40 in Fahrenheit. So -26 is, it's getting down there. Either way, right? 6 feet of snow. It's absurd. Makes me question why I live this far north, you know? I mean, okay, so Kenosha, Wisconsin is close in latitude to Boise, Idaho, right? I'm pretty sure that Boise, Idaho has a higher elevation, right? But at no point in time growing up do I remember temperatures ever getting this cold, and there has never been this much. Well, okay, that's not true. A couple of years ago, they had a big, a ton of snow show up, right? To the point where my dad had to go and clear my grandma's roof off because it was weighing her roof down so bad. It was the most snow I've ever seen in the Boise Valley, right? I just saw pictures. I wasn't there. That never happened when I lived there. Okay? And my dad used to tell me stories about skiing at Bogus Basin, which is a ski resort like an hour up the mountain behind Boise. And he said that they had so much snow, you didn't even have to go all the way to the top of the mountain on the ski lift. You could just ride about 3/4 of the way up, and the snow was so high that your skis were touching the snow as you were going up to the top of the hill. And, you know, a ski lift's like 20 feet up in the air. Boise is 2,730, yeah. So Boise's a lot higher. Thank you, Renee. You like snow on postcards? Yeah. It's currently 48 and raining. We're supposed to turn to snow overnight. And it's 26 degrees Celsius. It's 26 degrees Celsius isn't that far off from whatever the Fahrenheit number would be. Right? So anyway, in the Boise Valley, we get like, when I was growing up, we'd get like 3 inches of snow. Trucks would go out and clear it all, and it would melt off in the next, 1 to 2 days. Okay. Moving up here, I'd never seen snow like they have here. And I had just moved up here from Texas where there was no snow. And I had a rear-wheel drive pickup truck that I still drive, leaving this patient's house with 14 inches of snow on the road. I had quite the white knuckle grip getting out of here, or getting out of that patient's house, but it ended up being okay. I made it home and figured out how to drive in the snow again, especially when it's heavy snow. And I still drive the same F-150, rear-wheel drive. I only ever got slightly stuck once trying to get through a car wash, or trying to get into a car wash, and my tires were not pointed around to the entrance of this car wash, and the place that ran the car wash hadn't cleared their lot. So, oh, that was really the only time I've been stuck. Haven't slid off the road. All right, Kevin, have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. It's been, and I slide around in my truck all the time. Half the time it's intentional because it's fun. And the other half is like, oh, ground's still the roads are still a little frozen. Wow, I missed that. So anyway. My favorite phenomenon that happens, right, is that whenever it snows or whenever it rains, everyone around forgets how to drive, right? This phenomenon also occurs when it's daylight and sunny. I've noticed that, you know, most people figured out or can't figure out how to drive or have forgotten how to drive. And I've just come to the conclusion that most people just can't drive. They're just really bad at it. Years ago, you had a four-wheel drive Jeep. Now you have a very gas-efficient Toyota. Nice. We used to have a Jeep Liberty. Well, Renee had a Jeep Liberty. That was a Texas vehicle too. It didn't have four-wheel drive in it, but it was a nice little vehicle. I wouldn't buy a Jeep, personally. But she had one. I remember for some reason, for some reason the clips that the sun visor clips into, right? So here's your sun visor, you pull it over and you clip it into the, I don't know, the roof, the ceiling of the vehicle, right? They were like mounted backwards in manufacturing, right, when it was made. And so I remember the first thing I did when I ever drove her Liberty was go to open up the sun visor, and I just pulled it back and I broke that little plastic piece it clips into. And then I did it to the other side. Had to replace those. Why not? Jeeps are great. You want yours back? I mean, if we're talking like a 47 CJ7, you know, inline 6, okay, I can see getting one of those. Maybe a 4-door Rubicon. I might be interested in one of those, but like my current truck's an F-150. My next vehicle will be either an F-250 or one of the new Ford Broncos. Haven't really ever been a Jeep guy. 1980s Broncos, Chevy K5 Blazers, International Scout 2s, right? Like the big four-wheel drive SUVs. 04 Wrangler soft top. No, I don't see myself driving one of those. I mean, you know, I don't know. Don't knock it till you try it, I guess. But I've seen some really cool. Well, let's take the new Jeep truck for example, right? And it's the same reason I wouldn't drive a Hummer. Okay, the new Jeep truck and the H2. Was the H3 cool? The H3 truck was kind of cool. But the H2 and like the Jeep truck, right? I think they're some of the ugliest vehicles I've ever seen, right? If you've looked at the new Hummer electric vehicle concept truck, it's rough to look at. It's like, my God, what have you done? So, and I've seen some Jeeps that are nice, and I wouldn't rule it out, but I also probably wouldn't ever go like look to buy a Jeep either. If I could have any pick, I'd get a 1972 International Scout 2, fully, you know, resto modded. There's some guys out in, I think they're in Oregon, called their website's ihonlynorth.com, internationalharvesternorth.com. And they do International Scout 2 resto mods, and it's, oh man, they're so sweet. They're such awesome vehicles when they get done with them. They just go through, tear all the rust out and all the old parts and put a bunch of new stuff in, and it had a 2-inch lift and 33-inch tires. Yeah. Nice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just, you know, I'm just not a Jeep guy. Never really have been. Never been a Dodge guy. Right? Like, we had a Challenger for a while. And I wasn't driving it, Renee was. And the timing chain broke and all the cylinders went into the valves and we had to have a complete engine rebuild. And that, she was driving it on the highway and when it happened, and so that scared her. She ended up trading it in after the engine rebuild. She ended up trading it in, getting a pretty good deal on it for Ford Fiesta or something. So, and it was, I mean, Challenger was nice, cool to drive, very powerful, but like, I'm not going to go to a Dodge dealership and look at their cars ever. In the past, let's see here, when did I get my Diamante? I had a Mitsubishi Diamante for a while after I got back from Iraq in 05. Had that for 9 years. Got the truck in 2015. No, 2014. And I mean, I plan on driving that truck until it dies, so who knows when my next vehicle will be. And unless I win the lottery, right? Like the International Scout 2 that I want, that's a what do you call it? That is probably $75,000 to $100,000 to have done, to have it rebuilt, you know, depending on the original condition of the vehicle you send them. And I think that that's like the base price, you know, for them to go through and tear out all the rust and do all the metal work. And oh my gosh, my foot is really numb. So you'd love to find a good condition Toyota 4Runner, 78, 78, nice. Yep. No, I mean, I don't have anything against them. But again, not a, like, 4Runners, Land Rovers, I don't know. What is the Honda Pilot? Right? Not my, I don't know. Not my style. Would I drive them? Sure. Would I go out of my way to buy one? I don't know. Doubtful. If money was no object, you'd have a Mercedes G-Wagon. Alright. If money were no object, yeah, I don't know. Probably an International Scout 2. Also, if money were no object, and I was buying a vehicle, well, better have my house paid off first. When you get to buying cars and spending money on cars, it's, you know, more than what your house is worth. Or if you're spending money on cars that you could go and buy a small house with. Restored 65 Mustang, money was no object, right? Nice. Never been a sports car guy. I like them. They're pretty. Right? Wouldn't mind a 67 or 68 Camaro. If I was gonna get a muscle car. I don't particularly like the new Camaros. I thought the new Mustang design was good. I thought the new Thunderbird design was good. You know, true to the style of the vehicle. And then they come out with this Camaro, and I was like, nah, that looks like crap. But it was in the Transformers. I mean, it's, you know, it's good marketing, I guess, but don't know. Had a 6.6 when you were younger. We totaled it when you were 19. Yeah, my dad had multiple sports cars, muscle cars from the 60s and 70s growing up, and he never held on to them. You know, Chevy Nova. I don't remember if I don't think he had a Camaro. What the hell? Like a GTO and then something else. You like Volkswagen Bugs and buses, so get a couple of those. But had he just held on to one of those sports cars or one of those muscle cars from the 60s or 70s, it's like, whoo. I live and learn, you know. They should have never made Bumblebee a Camaro. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it for the movie. I enjoyed the movie. But the redesign, the old Camaro that he starts out as in the new movies, right, was better looking than the new one. And 20 hit and kids started popping out of the oven, so minivan since. Yeah. Yep. That is what happens. What happened to my dad. He had a Dodge van, a big white Dodge van that he hauled us kids around in. So music is popping tonight. I hate it when, I don't know, for some reason, sometimes the music that plays is just like, it just puts me to sleep. It's not bad music, but it's like slow and it's more like a lullaby than it is a streaming music. What is the music I have playing? Well, it comes with this software, and it's called Welcome by Wontolla, Wontolla. Oh wait, let's go back to that. Let's hit the like on that one. Alright. Oh yeah. Got some items in my cart. Got my stuff. Okay, so what pisses me off? Well, it doesn't piss me off. Okay. So one of the reasons why there is a rapier blade, a battle axe, and a blowgun at my dad's house is because I left and I couldn't take that stuff with me when I joined the army. I couldn't really have it in the barracks. I probably could have gotten away with it, but They frowned upon that stuff. Yeah, very random music. And so I never grabbed it, and I was never home with a vehicle to transport it, right? And then when I finally got settled, to a point where it could be sent to me, I asked my dad about it, and he didn't have a clue as to what I was talking about. So I just thought it was gone, right? And now, after I was just there with my vehicle and had made a brief inquiry in, just to check and see if that stuff was still there, no one knew anything about it until after I left. It's like, this is kind of a irritating missed opportunity. So now my brother's gonna send it out to me. Send it all. And then the rapier blade will be a new project because it needs a handle, a handguard, and a pommel. And a scabbard, and a frog, and a belt. So I'll get to try my hand that is scabbard. I'll get to try my hand at a frog and a belt, and the pommel, handle, and handguard will probably have to be ordered, replacements ordered. So we'll see. Oh, that was a good pop. Anyway. And then the battle axe will just go up on the wall. It's just a wall hanger. And then I don't know what to do with the blowgun, right? Like, hunt squirrels, I guess. Hopefully my brother gets it in the mail soon. He's visiting with my dad, getting him all taken care of. Home on FMLA from Japan, and oh man, screwed that ring up. So yeah, I'm just glad somebody found it and knew that it was mine and that I wanted it and is willing to send it to me. Ooh, man, these rings are killing me. I gotta fix every other one, right? None of the ends on any of them line up. All right, Alex, have a good night. Yeah, this is gonna be my last purchase from this manufacturer for a little while. I'm not... It's frustrating. What? I do think once I get the new production equipment in, right, and figure out a few things on Streamlabs, I think I'm gonna start trying to do like an interview a week. as a starting point. And I don't know. That'll... Here's the thing, right? Most people will have like a webcam and a way to have some lighting, you know. Most, but not everyone, right? About to run yourself, cat's bugging you for food and shot. Alright, Rick, have a good night. So, you know, most people have a laptop or an iPhone or, you know, a camera with a phone, and piece of technology with a camera on it that can function as a means with which to get video. So, you know, start out, do a couple interviews, and go from there. Talk with all kinds of different people in all kinds of different formats. All types of different crafts. So I am excited. I'm excited to move towards that. I'm not gonna stop doing chainmail streams, just that depending on how well moving into an interview format goes, right? We'll do more interviews and less chainmail streaming. And then when my schedule opens up, we'll make it even. I don't know. We'll figure out like how to balance it out. All right. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should ask for a refund on these rings, because this is pretty ridiculous. Like, I should be a lot farther along in this process, but I'm not. I think, for starters, right? See, I'm wondering what the benefit is of recording an interview and then like airing it later versus doing it live. I like doing things live. I guess if you do things live, you can have more audience interaction. I think I'll probably stick with live. Alright, I think these are 22 rings wide, so where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. That would be 16 wide. It's going to be about 5 more rows, which we're not going to make in the next, before the end of the hour. That's okay. Probably one more row. Finish this evening up. And yeah. It is Thursday. I don't have to run out of the house. Well, I do have to run out of the house first thing in the morning, take my kid to school, but I don't have to run out and see patients right away. They usually don't like to be seen till later in the morning. Thursday or Wednesday nights can be gone on a little longer, but we're not going to do that this week, just because my sleep schedule has been so terrible. I am really glad that the comments are working tonight, because I guess they were not last night, and I have no idea why. I just thought people were just quiet. So I have actually gone out and seen most of my patients since I've been back. That's been nice. It's been nice to go out and check on everyone and make sure they're all okay. I haven't got any more calls about I haven't got any more emails making me concerned that I might have to go find a new job, so that's nice. My uncle, the one who gave me the butcher's glove, it's too cool. I did get a notification from my aunt that he was in the hospital for a little bit, but he is okay. I guess he had I don't know if he had some chest pain, but he had a stent placed, so last message I got was that he was doing okay, so that's, you know, that's good. And yeah, it's nice to get back into a rhythm, you know, a routine. Having to fly off 1,800 miles away for a week sucks, you know, but you gotta do what you gotta do for your family. Right, like I'd leave again tomorrow if I needed to, you know, like that's not an issue. However, I'd rather everyone just be healthy. And to go and visit people on vacation and not on, what do you call it? And not on emergency leave. Come here. Oh, you know what else I've got in my Amazon cart? So a couple weeks ago, before I had to run off for a week, I ordered one of those little Lazy Susan kind of spinny things with a mirrored top, and it spins around. Anyway, I was going to take some videos of the bottle wraps I've done, some of the other stuff. And I got, I'd ordered it, and I got a notification from Amazon that they weren't able to deliver it for some reason. I have no idea why. I did get a refund, but it was weird, right? Like, I'd never had that happen. Like, I don't know, they must have run out or something from that particular supplier. And so I have ordered, or I have a new little Lazy Susan turntable display thing. And I'm going to be ordering that too. So, I'm excited. The improvements that I need to make this stream a little bit more professional with, you know, better lighting, better cameras, better video production quality. They're coming together, one piece at a time. Okay, we're gonna finish up this row here. Amount of work for one night. We're almost even. That's what throws me about these triangles I've been making for this coif is each one has been over an hour. Right? They're like an hour 10, hour and 20 minutes to finish. So just the crown of this coif was 6 or 7 hours. I don't know where John's at tonight, but he did some math for me. And actually, let's see if I can find that real quick. It's, come on. Wow, phone. Of all times. John. Each of the triangles, right, before they start going straight on the sides, when the 45-degree part, right? Each of those is 1,900 rings, you said? No, that's not what he said. That is what he said. That can't be right. There's no way this is 1,900 rings. Maybe it's 1,900 rings total for all 6 of them. I think that sounds more accurate. And is more in line with the number of rings that I ordered and the number of rings I have left. I ordered 7,500 rings and I have plenty left, so. And we're gonna put them all on this coif. We're gonna use them all up. We're gonna use up the rings that I had started with that I've had sitting around for forever. We're gonna use all those up and add them to the coif, and then everything that's not on the coif, by the time we're done, is gonna get thrown away, and we're never gonna worry about it again. And that will be one more, not section, not group, not one more ring size that I've had laying around for 10 years that has been turned into a project of some kind. And that will make me very happy because it means that I'm getting stuff done down here. And there's less clutter, less mess, less room being taken up by rings that I ordered that I had no plan for. So, and that way we can get this project out of the way and move on to the next one, of which there are plenty. I do need to spend like a weekend down here working on some of the leather stuff that I need to make. I've got a bunch of belts. I want to add some leather to them to make them a little bit more functional. Like some guitar straps, right? And then I need to figure out how to make some leather attachments for the guitar straps. So I just need to come down, spend a few hours working with some leather, cutting it out. I think I need to order I don't know what it's a cutting tool used to cut the ends of belts, make them real nice and even. I've tried to hand cut those and mine always suck, so I don't know. Just not using the right tool for the job. Trying to think. The nearest Tandy Leather is 45 minutes away, right? It is as far away as my doctor. So, I don't plan on going to see the doctor anytime soon. I may make a special trip up there. Buy a bunch of leather. Buy some leather tools. I have a bunch. I don't need more. Alright. That row is done. We're just over an hour. Turn Frank off here. I'm out of the way. Let's close that. Alright, so I'm gonna clean this space up a little bit. Yeah, got lots of projects laying around. Stuff to work on, stuff to get cleaned up. Get it out of the way. Alright. So thank you to everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Right? For all the likes, comments, and shares and reactions. Do appreciate you being here, and what's the word I'm looking for? Bettering and I don't know. You make my evening better when you're here. I do appreciate you. Alright, so be sure to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs, and I will see you guys all tomorrow night, right around 9 o'clock.